When's the last time that you sat down and read a book cover to cover? On the other hand, when is the last time that you sat in bed and doom scrolled on Twitter over and over again until your brain melted? Well, if any of those sound familiar, I want you to stay tuned because today I'm going to be going over the attention economy. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Hank from Enginomics, and today I kind of wanted to go over a topic that you might not think about when you think of Enginomics. In the past, I've gone over topics related to engineering, topics related to economics, but today I wanted to go over the attention economy and why paying attention and rationing that attention is a good idea. So first of all, you may be wondering, what is the attention economy? Well, to describe that, I want you to picture an actual economy with banks and individuals and lenders and spenders. Now this may be getting a little philosophical, but when you think about it, your attention is like money. Just think about it. By definition, you have a finite amount of attention every single day. You only have 24 hours in a day, and you can only pay attention to so many things. And like economics, there are good and bad ways that you can spend your attention. With the advent of smartphones, the internet, and other social media apps, this attention economy is under siege. It's become easier and easier to lose track of where your attention is going. At least when it comes to the workplace, the attention economy is outlined in Cal Newport's book, Deep Work. Before I discuss what I found in this book, I definitely want to recommend it to everyone here because I really just loved this book so much, especially if you're working, and especially if you're working online in a way that you are easily distracted. But let's jump into the book and I'll kind of discuss some of the points that I learned about the attention economy and also how you can kind of preserve that attention. Now this book goes mostly into the details regarding work, that being the office environment that you're in, email, and how you actually attack work when you're sitting down at your desk. But I think that the principles applied in this book can be applied to your life no matter what you do. So for example, if you're a student, being able to focus in on your schoolwork can be really important. If you're an athlete, being able to train and focus in on what you're doing right and wrong is also important. Or if you're just in your work environment in general, being able to finish that TPS report before Saturday can be really important. And because there's more social media, advertising, and other things that are trying to get our attention at every single waking moment of the day, it becomes increasingly more important to recognize where your attention is going, how you're spending it, and if you're conscious about that or not. At the beginning of the widespread use of the internet, banner ads, the ones like this right here, you click a little X there, the click-through rate on those ads was 44%. That's crazy. Almost half of the people clicked on them because they were curious about what this advertisement had to say. Do you want to guess what the click-through rate on banner advertisements are now in 2020? Well, according to Google Trends, the average click-through rate on a banner ad is 0.06%. That is astronomically low. And the fact that in the early 90s, this was at 44% blows my mind. But this just proves how saturated our lives have been with things that are always trying to get our attention. So with that rather lengthy preface out of the way, what is the solution to this? How do we solve our attention issues in an age of internet-connected devices trying to get our attention at any waking moment? Well, going back to deep work, Cal Newport says that one of the best ways to make sure that you are able to unapologetically create deep, meaningful work in your life is to set aside blocks of time that you're actually able to go and work without distractions. While deep work is important, it's important to differentiate that from shallow work. Shallow work is what you're doing every day pretty much, which is checking emails, going to the water cooler, picking people up from daycare, going grocery shopping, things that you can do pretty much without even thinking about them. And oftentimes it's these shallow tasks that are going to be distracting us from deep work. If you're trying to work on an essay, right, the worst thing that you can receive is a text message right in the middle of that or a phone call, because that is going to pull you out of your pretty much Zen state and allow you to be distracted and take your mind off of the subject matter at hand. Another method that Newport recommends is actually auditing your social media. And no, that doesn't mean looking at Facebook's taxes. Auditing your social media use is doing a cost-benefit analysis on the social media platforms you use every day. If you're realizing that the information and connections that you are gaining from social media doesn't really outweigh the negatives that it's leaving on your life, whether it be through distraction or other means, then you should probably get rid of it. A good way to test this out is to actually delete it for, say, 30 days. Don't permanently delete your account, but you can just log off for 30 days and see how you feel. And no, don't create a lengthy, pretentious post right before you go offline calling everyone a little sheeple for playing into Mark Zuckerberg's hand. Taking a little sabbatical away from your favorite social media sites may help you back up, look at the big picture, and realize, hey, maybe I wasn't really using this in the best way possible. Finally, I'd like to discuss the importance of having a healthy digital relationship. First, I want to recognize that we live in a really kind of interesting time for work. With the unforeseen events happening in 2020, remote work has actually become the norm for a lot of people. Therefore, if you're working from home, it's important to set digital and attention boundaries in your life. When you're not sitting at your desk every day, it's easy to sit on the couch and watch TV while you're in a meeting. Plus, the distractions from everyday things around the house could also prohibit your deep work. Therefore, it's important for you to make this time and set it aside. Another thing I want to point out is that digital devices and social media apps are getting better at recognizing what the kind of content you like and suggesting more of it and more of it all the time. They're literally becoming smarter before our very eyes, and it's important to realize that these algorithms aren't always your friends. They're always reaching towards other metrics. Not you, YouTube algorithm, it's fine. But just being aware and intentional about the times that you are using your phone can help in the first place. It's no accident that a lot of social media apps use an infinite scroll function, because that allows you to just keep scrolling over and over again and not question why you're still on the app. Finally, although the evidence isn't 100% set in stone yet, depression and anxiety are on the rise, especially in young people. Increased phone and social media usage are huge factors when it comes to that. But I don't need to tell you about that. If you're concerned about the effects of technology, go watch The Social Dilemma, Black Mirror, or read The Coddling of the American Mind, another great book that I recommend. It really kind of dives deep into the depression and anxiety, why it's on the rise in young people, and what we can do to prepare young people for the future. It seems like you guys are enjoying my video where I went over my top books of last year, so I'm just trying to stuff as many books as I can into my videos because I think you guys would definitely get a kick out of some of these reads. Anyways, the world around us is changing in exciting but also really kind of scary ways, so it's important to understand the threats that we may be facing, especially when it comes to just our own attention. I hope this video on the attention economy helped you out, and hopefully you got something out of it. I'll drop links to all the books that I discussed in here, especially Deep Work, down in the description. I really enjoyed that, and I definitely recommend that to anyone who maybe is kind of questioning their relationship with their devices and with just the world around us. If you got something out of this video, hit like, and please subscribe for more videos in the future. I'm gonna be releasing videos pretty much every week now, as long as I keep on top of things. But I definitely want those to hit your inboxes as soon as possible, and hopefully you'll get something out of those as well. I'm Hank from Enginomics, and thanks for watching.